Hi, I'm Ellen.
And I'm Eric.
And this is I Love That. And this is a video podcast that we're doing for our son Jack, who is 22 years old. And we thought instead of writing down our life story, we would just record it for him so that he could watch it later. And we're using Tails.com. They're cards that it's a life story interview kit, and there are 150 questions in here, and we are not being paid by Tails.com. We just thought it was a cool idea. Yeah. So, yeah, that is what we're doing for him. So,
the glasses on.
Yeah. So, is there anything you want to talk about this week?
Oh, wow. It's been a while. So we went to Arizona.
We went to Arizona for Thanksgiving, which was super fun.
Hung out with Mark and Valerie, and Jeff came. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
It was neat to meet those guys.
They're high school friends of mine, Mark Kaminsky and Jeff Kaminsky. Oh, man, it was so good to see both of them.
Yeah.
They were awesome. It was a real blast.
Yeah. And I should say, met those guys because we met Mark and Valerie before when we went to the races.
Right.
But I was sick and wasn't very social. So
at the races.
Really didn't get to meet them.
Yeah. So this was kind of his first time meeting them, really, and being able to hang out with them for a few days.
Yeah.
And so they were really fun.
It was cool to listen to the old stories that you guys had that, because you guys were there
in LA. Yeah.
In the 80s.
In the 80s, I know. It's like now I look back on it and I'm like, I was so fortunate. I didn't even realize how fortunate I was, but I do now. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it was a kick. It was a kick because we were in the music scene, and Jeff played drums and Mark played bass, and I hung around. Help load equipment and whatnot. But yeah, it was a fun time. And I'm trying to think of what else happened. You were sick.
I was sick.
The next weekend, as usual. Yeah, he was sick right when he got home.
Yeah.
It's like he can't not be sick during or after travel. It's terrible. But anything else?
That's the big one.
Big happened? Yeah. We've been getting ready for Christmas because it's super close to Christmas time. So all the presents are bought. They just need to be wrapped now. Right?
They need to arrive now.
Oh, so you're waiting for some still.
Yeah,
okay.
We're still waiting for one.
Uh-oh. Okay, so still waiting for one. It always works out, though.
Yeah.
It seems to always come when it's supposed to. So, yeah.
It's a little throwaway one anyway. It's not major.
Okay, well, cool. Glad to know.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I totally understand. Can you grab that for me? So Jack, my son, who we're doing this podcast for, is such a good gift giver. He gave me this Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band bass drum advent calendar. So you can see that.
So it was a pretty good job.
A really good job. He did a really good job. So every day there's a new Beatles thing, like a sticker or socks or bookmark or something like that. So yeah, I taught him well. I taught him how to give good gifts. So yeah, I can't even believe he did that. It was so sweet. So that was one of mine. I guess. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that's happening right now. So
that's major.
All right. Well, should we get into our questions?
All right. What did you study in college?
What did I study in college?
Oh, these will be quick.
Okay, so what did I study in college? I have about maybe a year's worth of English classes and tons of film classes. classes that aren't going to get me to my AA or anything like that. So just film and English. I took psychology and sociology and computers interacting with humans class at one point with Eric. So yeah, I just took basically classes that I wanted to take and that, weren't going to get me closer to anything because I wasn't going to take math or science or geography or world history or any of that. So yeah, that's what I studied in college. And I, have like a year's worth of film classes and English classes, and that's it.
And I'm going to school now, actually.
Right.
For my AA. Yeah.
For your AA or your AS?
AS.
Yes.
For, database and database design and data science. So before that, I took some classes, but they were fun classes, nothing going towards an associate.
Well, you wanted to, when we met, I remember, what is that, in 97? So when we met, you were wanting to be a forest ranger.
Right.
So tell me about that.
Well, then, I had responsibilities. I couldn't just quit and go to school.
Is that what you were planning to do before I came along?
I was tempted to, yeah.
Oh, really? And live with your parents?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that would have been a totally different life.
I know.
Weird.
Yeah.
So if you had decided to not pursue me on the internet.
Yeah, you're the reason everything fell apart.
Exactly. Okay. So that's so great to know. I love that. Didn't you also?
But you win, yay!
Yay! I did win. I won, and you won too.
I did.
Okay, good. Didn't you want to be a law enforcement?
Well, yeah.
Person as well, because you were getting out of the Army.
Right. I was getting out of the Army the first time when my 4 years were up. I came back on vacation on leave for a couple weeks. They happened to have the OPD, Pot County Sheriff, Douglas County Sheriff, Council Bluffs PD. They were all doing their recruiting then.
Okay.
Right.
So what year was this?
So I fell in 92.
Okay, 92. All right.
Yeah. Late 91, early 92.
Right.
Yeah. And I took the test for the OPD, passed that, did the interviews, passed that as far as I know.
Right.
Didn't hear anything. Did the same thing for Iowa State Patrol. Took their test, their written test, passed.
Right.
Did their physical.
Yeah.
Did their interviews, didn't hear anything. Was like, shit, re-enlisted. 2 weeks later, I got a letter from the Iowa State Patrol.
Oh my gosh.
Saying that I'd been selected. And I was like, well, shit. Catch me in 4 years again.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah. So.
God, your life would have been totally different then too.
Would have been totally different. So many
little, avenues that were taken, different roads.
Yeah.
So interesting. If I had done what I was supposed to do and done well in high school the way I should have and the way I could have, I would have gone to USC.
Yeah.
And for free. And I could have gone to film school because that's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to be a director and a writer.
Right.
So, yeah, think about that. We would have never met.
I know.
Ever. So, yeah, I guess yay for screwing up in high school.
Yeah.
Or something. I'm just kidding, kids. Stay in school.
Stay in school. Yeah. Next.
Well, I did always want to be a writer.
Yeah.
That was always my main thing. I loved journalism in high school. I took writing classes in college, and I really loved to write. I don't know what the deal is with me. I just haven't sat down and actually started working on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I've written articles and, I've written stuff here and there for newspaper, for San Jose newspaper during CineQuest and stuff like that. So I have stuff in print, but then I wrote for the Regency neighborhood paper for a while. But yeah, I never really pursued it the way I should, I guess, the way I should have. I still can, I assume, but
Yeah, it's never too late to write.
No, that's true. It never is. And now I don't even have to type. I can just speak.
Yeah.
And write. So that was kind of always my dream, because my mom was a writer, and my dad, who is 87 or something ridiculous now, is still a writer. He still writes op-eds, or he did up to a couple of years ago. So he is a fantastic writer. So I was kind of like in my, in my, not only my DNA, but in my upbringing, writing was the thing, because Dave wrote for newspapers, and my mom wrote articles for magazines, and so it was just kind of there. And since I was good at it, I thought, okay, good. And I still think I'm good at it. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the motivation needs to be. I'm not sure.
Go write the next Twilight.
Yeah, that would be cool. I just have to come up with something. I mean, it's not a matter of not having enough ideas. I have too many ideas. I don't know what to pursue. I have to get like some epiphany, some lightning bolt that says, "Hey, this is what you need to do." I guess. I don't know. I'm waiting for something that's never going to happen. I got to do it myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's college for us. He will be graduating at some point. I will not, because I will not be going to do math or science or any of that stuff. So, which is totally fine with me. I don't need to be a college graduate. So, yeah, that's it for that card. Do you want to do a second card, since that was so?
Probably. That was so quick.
That was so quick.
And that was quick by our standard. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With going off on. Here we go. Do you have any influential professors or mentors in college?
Well, I did. I can't remember her name. My film teacher, my film professor, I really liked her. She's the one who mentioned my name to CineQuest, the San Jose Film Festival people, and I ended up being an intern that wrote all these stories. I got to write and interview people, and it was so fun. So she was definitely big in my for teachers, because I mean, I would have never had that. You would have never had that. Neither of us.
Right.
That incredible experience that hardly anyone gets to experience.
Right.
Doing a film festival.
Yeah.
Being in the weeds of it.
Yeah,
so
that was cool.
It was very cool. Eric took pictures. I wrote and put together a newspaper every day, every night. After the film festival was over, I would come back and write all this stuff, and yeah, it was super fun. A lot of work, but super fun. And then before that, my English teacher, Shelley Trusty Murphy, she really believed in my writing a lot. She was the one, she pushed me. She would, write on my papers like, "I hope you thank me when you win your Pulitzer," stuff like that. And she was half joking only, She had a baby over the weekend, and she came back on Monday night with her baby in tow to teach that class. So she was a huge influence on me. I loved her. But that's about it. What about you?
No. Nope. I'm in it to get my degree and in and out. Nobody gets hurt. Not making friends. Just let me in and out. Yeah. No, I haven't. They're all online. So
Yeah.
you don't really build a rapport with
What about before?
a teacher over
You were just
email.
still just get out, get in and out. I don't want to talk to the teacher really.
No.
Unless they absolutely have to.
Yeah.
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 I understand that.
Yeah. Plus, it was night school. I didn't want to be there any later than I wanted, had to be. So I was just like, get out of here.
Right.
So, yeah, no, and nothing is. I mean, I did have a really cool teacher for biology. He was pretty neat. He played harmonica in a band, in a blues band.
Oh, no way.
And then.
What school is this?
Metro.
Oh, Metro.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And.
We're talking about Metropolitan Community College in Omaha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they know. Jack went there.
I know, but maybe these people don't know.
No, he was just a neat guy. He was very cool about the way he taught.
Yeah.
He was very, like, you come up here and look and tell me what you see in the microscope.
Okay. Sure.
And, yeah, it was just a very cool guy. But not really a mentor or anything.
Right. You just liked him.
Yeah.
Well, that was short.
Yeah. You want to do it?
Sure. Well, we're going to pick another card even. This is a 3-fer. A 3-fer.
First ever
3-fer. So, what did you study in college? What did you have any
mentors or influential
people in college? And
then
did you work during college? Well, since I didn't go to college right after school, and I was working by the time I was like 17 full time.
Yeah.
At that point. So because I didn't get a scholarship or any of that stuff, and didn't have the grades to go to USC, I was working. Yeah, I basically started working at 17 and didn't quit working until, I don't know, until Jack came along. And then I worked. I still work though, after Jack got home from the hospital and stuff. So yeah, I've always worked. There was a time that we didn't when we were going to Deanza and Cupertino, and we lived in Sunnyvale, I think.
Yeah.
There was a point that I did not work, that I just went to school. I went to school during the day. But that didn't last very long.
Yeah.
Because we had to have a 2-income household.
Right.
Just to live in freaking Sunnyvale, it's
insanely expensive.
Northern California. So it's not even San Francisco. It's just,
Yeah. It was San Jose and everything in between.
Yeah. It's the outskirts, but still insanely expensive. So we had to have 2 incomes. This is our grumpy dog, Bella, in case you don't know her. She's about 15 years old.
Yeah.
And she's a good girl.
She's a good girl.
So, yeah, I did work. I worked since I was 17 until a few years ago when I got put on disability.
Yeah. And I've always worked because it's always been after, when I was an adult, after the Army.
Right.
So I had a job.
Right.
I was going to school part-time and working full-time.
Yeah. And you went into the Army right after.
Right.
High school.
Yeah.
Were you going to take classes there?
I took a couple classes through Central Texas College. They had correspondence courses that I took.
Right.
But,
so just to get a couple of things out of the way. And
yeah, they were law enforcement courses. One of the MP lieutenants came and taught the class. So
is that what you wanted to go into?
Law enforcement then? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In the Army?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think about that now? Are you glad you didn't, or do you wish you would have?
I mean, I'm glad where I'm at, but...
Right, of course.
But yeah, there are things that I wish I'd have done.
Right.
always.
Yeah, no, I have the same. USC is my biggest regret.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I can look back on it and cry, which I have before, or I can look back on it and say, you know, none of this, us, would have happened if I had gone.
Yeah.
So, and you know, there was no guarantee I'd be a director or a writer even if I went to film school. You know how many people go through film school every year and don't do anything? Yeah. So, but yeah. So it was a threefer.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I wonder how long we've been on.
I don't know, because I started taping early.
Yeah, it was 20 minutes, I think, that we were on before.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been that long, though.
No.
I
This will be
think
a short one.
we've got, yeah, it was 2:30 when we started, so crazy. All right.
Oh.
Well, I mean, if that's it, we do a threefer.
Yeah.
We do a threefer, and you guys benefit from it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And oh, we forgot to say the date. What's the date? December
14th?
14th, I think. Yeah, 2025. So thanks for watching. And if you could like, rate, review, subscribe wherever you get your podcast, that would be fantastic. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts and iHeartRadio app, and catch us everywhere else and there at ilovethat.jackscrib. Just like it sounds, just the way you spell it, you would spell it. And if you'd like to email us, and we're on all the socials as well. We're on TikTok, we're on
Facebook,
Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, so that's that. And thank you for watching. And I guess until next time, this has been I Love That. See you later.
Bye.